to another installment of What's in the Box tonight. We are once more diving into what is still my favorite mystery box of all time, and that is Comic Bento. Now, this is May's Comic Bento because, for whatever reason, this company cannot get the boxes out to you within the month that you paid for. I'd like to have a word on that before I even crack open the box. You see, I want to talk right to the people over at Blind Ferret Entertainment, the people who run Comic Bento. I love you guys to pieces. Your service is fucking awesome. I've loved a whole lot of the comics you've sent, and I do have a little update for the end of this video pertaining to a couple of those books. I finally got around to reading a few more of them. Absolutely love your service. Is it too much to ask that when you take our money for these boxes, that you send the box within 24 hours of that? Because I find it kind of weird that within the first week and a half, you guys have already taken your $25 from me. You don't ship this thing until almost 2 weeks after that, and then we get into this situation where I didn't get the box until yesterday, which for the record was June 2nd. Got May's box in early June, and this has become a bit of a pattern with them, and it's just something that was kind of bugging me. I wish I could tell you what the theme was to this. Unfortunately, I don't remember. The theme might be fan, power, but that could also have been last month. I mean, that could be next month's theme. They actually announced their themes that far ahead. I am not entirely certain. So now I get to pull out the fucking air pouch. Again, another odd question is, if you've got the air pouch, then why exactly do you still... Wow, they didn't just bag and board it this time. The thing's vacuum sealed, guys. Holy shit. I mean, I was really used to it being just a loose bag. Now I got to try to cut through this. I really should just bring a pair of scissors over here next time I do this. Alright, I'm trying to do this that way I don't see the books, because half the fun is, Alright, so now let me just, again, just trying not to... Again, guys, if you're going to put the little air cushion thing in there, then you don't need to, I guess, now vacuum seal your books. Again, your service is amazing. I don't know why. God, it is so hard to just put the stuff back in the box like that without seeing it. Okay, so now that I've got all of that set up, we've got the card. I'm going to set the card off to the side so that way I am not spoiled. I'll have to look at the theme later. All right, our first book is... Oh my God. Funny thing, I actually covered the movie that was made out of this. I've always wanted to read this. I never had my chance. Days of Future Past, guys. Yes, I've always wanted to read Days of Future Past. I finally get my fucking chance. That is amazing. $20. This sucker here is already almost the cost of the box. Funny thing, I was bitching about your packaging, was bitching about your shipping. I think you guys have just made up for that. Holy fuck. I finally get to read Days of Future Past. That's fucking amazing. Let me set that off to the side. Alright, we are off to a fucking amazing start. Normally, guys, the top book is a fucking, no-name book, too. That's kind of the cool... Alright, so what's next? What's next is Mankind, Volume 1 from the History Channel. I didn't know that the History Channel made comics. I'm actually kind of fascinated now by this. Well, the artwork's definitely nice. Was this published by someone else besides... So this was published by the History Channel and Silver Dragon Books. Interesting. And I'm definitely going to have to give this thing a read, probably after I read Days of Future Past. That's really cool. I'm going to assume that, the theme was probably, history or something to that effect, right? What's the next book? What do we got? We have Kronos Commandos, Volume 1 again. This is from Titan Comics. Nazis, dinosaurs, and a war for all time. When the Nazis developed time travel technology... Oh, I am already fucking sold. Only the Sarge and his misfit band of Chrono Commandos can stand against them, and the Cretaceous as their with the Cretaceous as their fucking battle ground. All right, so Nazis have time traveled and are commanding dinosaurs. That's So a troop of, I guess, allied time-traveling soldiers are going to fight the Nazis and their dinosaur horde. Oh, that's fucking awesome. All right, so definitely the theme is some kind of like a time travel theme. At least 2 out of these 3 directly involve time travel. The other one's from the History Channel. All right, what's the last book? It is another book from Valiant. This is Making History, Ivar Time Walker. I've never heard of this one. I mean, normally, guys, when I get like a book from Valiant, it's like features like a classic Valiant character like Bloodshot or some such shit. But I've never heard of this one. Granted, I'm probably just going to go throw it on the pile of other Valiant books I still have to read. But you know what? Out of the like 2 or 3 Valiant books I have read, I'm definitely interested in checking out this book. Plus, you know what? This whole month has been, I mean, this whole month's offering, well, is that really it? Just the 4 books? Yes. Those 4 books. Since they all have like a time travel, well, at least 3 out of the 4. Again, because this one is from the History Channel, I can almost assume this is just history. It may have to do with time travel, though. I'm going to assume what with the other books. Definitely a fun month for me, because time travel's always been a fascinating thing, and I get to finally read one of the most acclaimed X-Men stories of all fucking time. This right here, guys, alone is fucking worth it. And frankly, the whole idea of Nazis commanding dinosaurs, that right there is epic all by itself. And these 2 books alone, all fucking ready cover the cost of the box and then some, because we have a $20 book here, we have a $15 book here. The box is only $25, guys. This right here was definitely a fun month. Now, if only Comic Bento could potentially, this is me just snowballing here, can we get June's box within the calendar month of June? And can we please stop with the whole pre-bagging the books? I kind of think that the fun part of these videos, for at least for the people watching, is for someone to just crack open the box and just grab whatever the hell is in there. We can't really do that when we have to slice into a bag to get to it. Again, though, that's just me throwing out a couple of thoughts. Now, I did say that I have an update. Oh, wait, let me just grab the card here. I'm just going to see here. Chrono Commandos, Mankind, The Story of Us, Marvel's and yes, next month is going to be fan, power. This one officially was called Rewriting History. Well, that makes sense. That's totally awesome. In fact, I probably fucking read that on the card last fucking month, and it completely slipped my mind, because I remember reading that, and I was kind of psyched. Anyway, I'm going to have a jump cut here, because I need to go grab the books I have read, and I want to give you guys a little rundown on the shit I've gotten through. So, one moment, please. Alright, guys, so I do have the books I either finished or I tried to read, which have all come from previous Comic Bentos. I thought, what the hell? People always want to know what I think of these books. I might as well run through them. Penny Arcade. This actually is the first volume of the collected editions of Penny Arcade. To be honest, I haven't read the Penny Arcade web comic in years. And even just flipping through this thing again, I'm kind of surprised how crude the art was here. Actually, upon finishing up this, I then bought the second and third volumes. I'm now about halfway through volume 3, and the artwork got a hell of a lot better. The one thing I love about this book, as well as the others in the set, is that at the bottom here, I'm just going to open up a page and I can show you, we do have the comics on this side, but then we have like commentary at the bottom that sort of tells you about the history or attempts to explain a joke that hasn't aged very well, such as when they have to continue to mention that when the fucking Xbox first came out, the big joke was that their fucking controller was the size of a house. Anyway, the first volume, really solid, really fun, definitely a fun book. And this one actually covered the first 3 years, which is saying a lot because Volume 2 and Volume 3 each only covered a single year of Penny Arcade comics. This sucker was definitely one that I was happy to get. Next one. was Troublemaker, which was by Janet and Alex Ivanovich. I've tried to read Janet Ivanovich's novels in the past, and I just don't care for them. I thought maybe putting them into a visual medium might have possibly helped, but I got about 20 pages in, and the absolutely lifeless humor and the pointless characters and just nothing here worked, guys. And to be honest, about the only thing I can say about it is just that the art style isn't terrible. But definitely the writing fucking is. I got 20 pages in and I fucking stopped. 20 pages in because I was bored to fucking tears. That was awful. Speaking of one that I had really low hopes on because it was a crossover comic featuring two properties I don't care about, I did get around to reading the Sonic and Mega Man Worlds Collide? Yeah, it was Worlds Collide, volume, 1. Which covers like the first 4 issues of the crossover, which was a couple issues of Mega Man, a couple issues of Sonic. The problem with this is that these first 4 issues, we don't have a whole lot of conflict. Guys, they could probably have thrown the first 8 issues into a fucking book, and it might have been worth it. This thing is essentially the fucking prologue and nothing the fuck else. I don't know why Archie Comics insisted on putting out such a thin, pointless book with no real story to it. You can probably skip this fucker and go right on to volume 2. You're not gonna miss a goddamn thing, except Wily and Eggman or Robotnik, whatever fucking name Archie rolls, with on him, have kidnapped Dr. fucking Light. That's it. Oh, and Sonic's band of woodland fucking retards were all turned into a mixture of badniks and robot fucking masters just because, and it was fucking stupid. I would be interested in volume 2 if Comic Bento ever decides to put it out. However, this one, no, again, it would probably have been better if it covered more issues than just the first 4. You don't have enough story in the first 4 issues to really make the goddamn thing worth honestly reading. But now we come to probably the best out of the batch I have read. By the way, I actually got around to reading all of these, except for the Penny Arcade one, probably within the last, week. So, all of these are still ridiculously fresh. But one that I had some high hopes on was Warren Ellis's Black Cross, and holy fuck. See, guys, in the very first Comic Bento box I got Project Superpowers Volume 2, which was not that good a book, but it also had a digital code to get you the first Project Superpowers. I decided to skip past that and straight up just buy the first volume of Project Superpowers, and I'm fucking happy I did because the book is amazing. And Black Cross here is it's sort of like a parallel universe prequel where the heroes from Project Superpowers have human host bodies in this world. Their spirits are still trapped in Pandora's urn. They're trying to break out into this world, and one of the heroes, which is the fucking American Spirit, is trying to kill them before they can fully awaken within their host bodies. And because it's a story by Warren Ellis, it's fucking dark as shit, and it's amazingly written. I absolutely loved Black Cross. This book is definitely worth picking up if you guys have not gotten the chance. So yeah, I've gotten through all of these. There was one other one I got through, but I don't know where the fuck I put it, and it was Marvel's Contest of Champions, which I was always curious about, and I gave it a read, and it was kind of plotless and boring. I honest to fuck, I don't remember where the hell I put that goddamn book. Otherwise, I'd totally be showing it off here. I am right now in the middle of reading Superman Batman Vengeance, which so far is shaping up to be really fucking good. And probably going to be reading a few of these. I actually have a small pile of ones that I want to get through first. Now I've got the rest of them all piled up, over there. But so far, guys, what I have read has all been at least readable, with technically 2 fucking exceptions. This one here being the first. And Project Superpowers 2 would probably have been a hell of a lot better. If I actually had all of the books that were if I had all the books that came out between Project Superpowers and Project Superpowers 2, because it gets really shit when almost every other dialogue box is greeted with a fucking editor's note saying, "Oh yeah, this was all in the Black Terror 4 issue." Well, motherfucker, I don't have the Black Terror 4 issue as much as I'd love to buy it, because Black Terror is an awesome character. The very fact that you feel the urge to reference it that much tells me that it's probably a far more interesting book than Project Superpowers 2 is. So, just as kind of a note to Comic Bento, if you're looking for if you're looking for more fucking ideas of stuff to put in, a lot more stuff from Project friggin' Superpowers would be awesome. If you can find some more stuff from Warren Ellis, that would be amazing too, because Warren Ellis definitely ranks amongst one of my personal favorite writers of all time. Anyway, guys, I just sort of thought I'd give you a little update on the books I've actually had a chance to read. And that is going to do it for this installment of What's in the Box. Until next time, guys, take care. See ya.